Hi everyone, my name is Allison, and today we're going to talk about the books I've read so far in 2017. 2017 has been a really good reading year for me so far, both that I've read a lot and that I've liked most of what I've read. Seeing as this is my first booktube video, I'm just going to briefly explain how I track and rate my books so you guys have a little bit of context. So I picked up this notebook in January 2017 to begin formally tracking and rating my books. This book is probably going to last me most of my life because I've written every single book I've read so far this year in here, and I have barely gotten to page 2. So yeah. In January, I also made myself a Goodreads account. This notebook and Goodreads kind of accomplish the same thing in terms of tracking and rating the books that I've read, but I use Goodreads mostly to just keep up with what my friends are doing and what other booktubers are reading, and I also keep an account of what I've read and rated on there too, just in case I ever lost this notebook. Before we go any farther, I am going to point out the damage that's done right here. My cat dropped it in her water bowl. So what I do is I write down the title and the author's name, and then I leave a little space for my rating after I finished reading. At the top of 2017, I filled about 3/4 of the first page with books that I wanted to read this year. I say I've done a pretty good job of reading all of those. The other thing about this notebook is it only tracks the books that I've read this year. I have read twice as many plays, if not more. I do not put books and plays in the same category, for a lot of different reasons that I can go into in another video. Basically, plays and books are doing different things in my opinion. I think the reading experience is totally different, so I do not rate plays and I don't track them the way I track books. So now let's just jump right into what I've read this year. 3 things before we jump in. First, this is not really a wrap-up because if I gave my thoughts on every single book, we would be here forever. Second is that this list is not in the order that I read them because, like I said, I wrote a lot of these down at the beginning of the year and I read them just as I got them or as I felt like it. Third is that my rating system is whole stars only. I don't really know how I feel about half stars yet. If I change to a half-star system, some of these ratings may change, but I'll let you know if I decide to do that. Okay, so here's what I read so far in 2017. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, I gave it 4 stars. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, I gave it 3 stars. Vicious by V.E. Schwab, gave it 3 stars. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, I gave it 4 stars. Broken Monsters by Lauren Bukes, I gave it 3 stars. The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, I gave it 4 stars. Animal Farm by George Orwell, I gave it 3 stars. I listened to the audiobook for Animal Farm, the free one on Spotify, and it was terrible, so that might have influenced my experience. I'm gonna read it again and see if my rating changes. Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi was my favorite read so far this year. I gave it 5 stars. City of Saints and Thieves by Natalie C. Anderson, I gave it 4 stars. Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tuchok, I gave it 2 stars. I decided to reread the Harry Potter series this summer with Zoe over at Read by Zoe. So far I've read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I gave them all 3 stars. And most recently I read Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I did not like this book. I gave it 1 star. Currently I'm reading Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I'm buddy reading this with Olivia over at Hey Olivia Reads. And next up in the Harry Potter read-along is obviously Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I was supposed to start that on Monday, but I haven't yet. I will get to it very soon. So yeah, that's everything I've read so far this year. If you guys want to know my thoughts on any of the books I've mentioned, please let me know in the comments section down below. I can also make a video talking about all the plays I've read so far this year, but it definitely needs its own video because if I mentioned it here, this would be way too long. I also have social media. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at thebibrarian. I will leave links for those in the description down below. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, enjoy your reading. Bye!